Alright, YouTubers, I've got to work this weekend. I'm on night watch. So I'm sitting here till about 6:30 in the morning. It's about 10:30 now. I'm going to show you my little reels I want to get going here. I'm going to clean this one up tonight. It's just a regular Zebco 33. Nothing special about it, I guess, but it's one of them China made ones, and ain't much wrong with it. It just needs cleaning up, greasing up, and putting on a pole. That's what it needs. So I'm gonna do that one tonight. I got this little one classic feather touch here. I think it's like a 84 model when they started making those. You can put 15-20 pound line on this thing, go after them big old catfish. I've got some issues inside this one. I think that power lever or whatever it is right there, it's got a piece broke off of it or something, I believe. And that little star drag is broke, and our reverse is not working. So I'm gonna have to find another one, get some parts or something, or either use this one for parts for another one or something like that. But I would love to get that one going too. Now this little old gem right here, that's one of them oldies and goodies. That's one of the first ones there. I think about 68 they started. They still got a lot of brass fittings inside, but the gears are steel. So they started those in about 68. That's the year I was born. So this thing is about as old as I am, if not older. And it's got the anti-reverse on it. Got the big rivet in the bottom, the little hole on the top. Not real sure if that's the original top or not, but I believe it is. But that's a good one. That's all metal body. That's a good one. All it needs is little TLC too. Just clean it up, grease it up, put it on a pole, and put her to work. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna start with this one right here. Little 33. Clean it up, grease it up, and get her going. Y'all bear with me. Alright, so let's see what we can get going here. Start out, just take this top off. Hold that handle there and turn that spool cap right there. Take it off. It just needs a little bit of cleaning. It ain't too bad, actually. Clean that up good. Take this little clamp here off, hopefully without shooting it across the room. There it goes. Trying not to shoot it across the room so it don't give me a problem. There we go. I'll try to keep up with how I take this thing apart for when I go back to put it back together. Got this little keyed washer on first. Got a little felt washer here, looks like. These things are kind of stuck up in here. Let me pull that off. That gear looks pretty good. I should have put it down to the end before I started on this. That's probably the problem. Put it down to the lowest point when you start on these. Should have told you that to start with. But this got a little felt like washer, not felt, but plastic, I guess. Don't look bad at all. Got some old grease and a little grime on there. It ain't in too bad a shape, actually. And you got your main gear down here. And that really don't look bad at all, does it? A little bit of clean up on that. Shouldn't be too bad. I wonder if this is a little washer. That's a little warpy looking, but maybe that's how it should be. I don't know. Alright. Got them like that. Just gonna take this here little gear here out. It looks good too. There ain't no broke pieces to it. Yeah. That looks good. Alright. That part looks pretty good. Well, I ain't never took this thing apart, so not real sure how this is gonna go, y'all. There it goes. That all looks pretty good. I've had it off before, but make sure I got y'all in frame. I hope that light ain't too much glare on this. There really ain't nothing wrong with this thing. But alright, let's take this handle off. Start commencing to see about this thing. Alright, there's your pin. Not warped or nothing. Good thing. Got your handle off. Handle looks good. I'm not sure how to commence to getting this out of here. Them two little, they're not bearings, they're just bushings, I believe. Maybe that pops off. Oh. Sure wish I could see better. There it goes. Yeah, just a little bushing. I could give me some bearings. I wish I had some to replace these bushings with some bearings, and that'll sure enough tighten her up, wouldn't it? Now, I want to make sure I do this right, so there's another bearing right there. Well, there it went. Hope I can get this thing apart without breaking something. Another little bushing. The gear there looks good. All the pieces are there. All them gears, they ain't wore out or nothing, don't look like. So yeah, just needs cleaning up. I don't know if that needs to come out or not, but it can. This one here, it's got a little washer on it. I'm just gonna leave that on there. And I guess that's your anti-reverse deal there inside that gear. Pretty cool. Never seen it like that. Everything's looking good in here. That's the only thing that does work anti-reverse, I guess. There's really no switch for it. Alright, well that's it. Pretty much. Well, not sure how to get that out of there, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh? So I'm gonna leave that alone. in that little housing there. So, alright. Well, alright, that was easy enough. And if I have to, I'll rewind this video to make sure I put it together right. So, alright, I'm going to go put all this stuff in here. Wash that, do I? Wouldn't hurt. Alright, I'm gonna go wash all this up, fix it up, come back to you, put her together. Alright, got her all cleaned up good, dried out good. Now, see if I can get this thing back together right. I did go back and look at the video a little bit. Just to make sure. I'm going to stick some grease on this bottom right here and on this main center post here. Now I'm using white lithium grease, and I know I should get some red Lucas grease or something, and I'm sure y'all will tell me if this is the right thing or the wrong thing, but it's all I got on hand right now. But I'm going to get it on here real good. And I can always come back and change it. Get me some good grease, but I think this will be alright. I'm getting it everywhere, so clean that up right quick. Don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to make a big old mess of things either. Alright. Now set my drag, well, I'm not going to put that pin in there first. Grease it a little bit. Stick her down in there. Stick it on, do it around the top. Make sure it gets seated down in there good. There it goes. All the way to the bottom. Get my main gear. Be sure it's stuck back in there like it was. It's on the on that lowest point. Alright. Little grease on that. Get that next little skinny one that's a little wobbly. I guess it was made that way. Little grease on that. Put my plastic one back on here. Little grease on that. Use up some of this I got laying around in here. Use on them teeth of that drag. Alright. And we got my key one here. Get it. Find my slot there. Sucks not being able to see it. There it is. Alright, put a little grease on that. Get some off my thing over. Alright, y'all, it's looking good. Now I get my spool and a little bit more grease, not going crazy. I'll put it mainly just where the washer goes. Try to keep y'all in. Just put a little bit around that right there. Put it inside here. Alright. and stick her on there. Good deal. Alright, we'll put the top ones on. All around. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, get my other little plastic one. Stick it on. A little grease. And my other key washer here. Remember where my keyhole was. I'll find it. There it goes. About blind in one eye and can't see out the other one. Alright. I think that's gonna stick my clamp back in here. Right, trying to be a little difficult. That's the way my drag ought to sound. Alright, let's see if we can conquer this bottom part right here. Get down in this well here, in the stem. Grease up in here. Alright, I'm going to try this again on this side here. Get my grease ready. Put this down in here and down in that deal there where that gear goes in. I already put some in here where them bushings go. Got that lubricated up good. I done put a little bit on these bushings too. I kind of been messing around with it already to make sure I do everything right here. And on this gear here and on this, and I reverse everything here. Get it all good and lubed up. I'm trying to keep y'all in frame, man. But alright. Put that washer back on there. Put a little lube on that, a little grease. Alright. Get my gear here. I done put a little grease on that. A little bit more. And that's the one bearing this thing's got on it. I'll put a drop on it. Yeah. Get her good and lubed up. I done put a little bit on this shaft here too a minute ago. Alright, I'm gonna drop that down in there like it's supposed to go. It's moving freely. Alright, let's see if I can get his main gear in here. Make sure I get it where that anti-reverse is gonna work. I hope. This is my first time doing this, y'all, so y'all bear with me. It just goes down in that slot right there. I'm not really sure how it even works. Let me stick this handle on here. That must be it. I'll see if I can get these bushings back on him. Alright, let's see. Well, it ain't gonna slide through there. Slide down through here, I guess. Line it up. So I gotta use this for a poker. Maybe I can use it to stick the thing down in there. I can get it lined up right. Not the easiest stuff to work with, is it? Maybe I can get my screwdriver and work it around where it'll go on there. There it goes. Alright. Starting to go. Little trick I learned from Out Fishing 13. That's Matthew over there. You need to check out his channel. That is the Zebco man right there now. He can work on any kind of Zebco there is, I guess. I'm trying to keep y'all in frame here. And that one's on. Hoping. Seated good. Well, that is everything to come out of this thing. Now see if I can get one in the other side. This little bushing started on here. Like I say, Matthew over at Out Fishing 13. I learned a lot from him. I hadn't seen a video on this particular reel here, but he works on about anything you can think of over there. So I'm kind of winging it on this one myself, as you can tell, having this much trouble. If I can get this thing started, it would be awesome. Loosen up on this side a little bit. There it goes. Alright. Hey. My hands are slicker than snot on a shirt sleeve. And that don't help things. Alright, let's see. Let me try it again. Tell you what. Alright. I had it just a minute ago, pretty much. Now, let's see if I can get it started with the screwdriver. Alright. Now, let's see if I can set it on there with this deal. Alright. Seat it down. See what that does. Yes, sir. And our reverse is working. That's what I was worried about. Alright, think that's in there good. Right. I have no parts left over, so that's always a plus, ain't it? Alright. That's about it, y'all. I'm going to stick a little bit of grease on this pickup here, just a dab right there where that slides back and forth right there a little bit. I'll drop a little oil on that pivot point right there, and that should do that for years to come, hopefully, unless I need to put a different kind of grease on this thing. Y'all let me know, but I think this grease will work. Give me a little drop of oil on that little pivot right there. Alright, I think that'll work. We'll do like the man says too, and put a little dab right there on that little point right there. Just a little bit more on this gear right here. On that shaft right there, which I had got this pretty good a while ago. Just want to make sure. Alright, that's got that. I believe we are ready. I'll put a little drop of grease on this spring here. Alright, let's see what we got. Screw this back on here. Let me check something here. Alright. Stick me a drop down in this handle. Alright. I think we about got this thing knocked out, y'all. Stick this back on here. There, finally. Alright. Stick this handle back on here. I'm hoping y'all are getting something out of this video. And I'm just learning as we go, really. I kind of had to back up and start over there, but we got it. Maybe I can go ahead and edit this thing tonight. It is going on 1 o'clock in the morning. It took me a while to wash and dry all this stuff real good. Oh yeah, reverse works good. Gonna put me some line on this thing. That drag's good to go. Yes sir. Get that hole to the bottom where it belongs. folks, I think we got it. Yes, sir. I believe that is a success. Now all it needs is a pole to stick it on and get to some water. Well, I hope y'all got something out of this. I hope y'all will like and subscribe. I got 291 subscribers now. I'm hunting for that 300 mark. I hope some of y'all will subscribe to us. Help me out. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all get outside and go do something.